Alright, so someone dropped a really thoughtful comment on my last video, breaking down Canada's political landscape, and suggesting that I check out Danielle Smith's take on Pierre Poilievre in one of her interviews on the Breitbart podcast. I really do appreciate that kind of insight. So without further ado, we're going to dive right into it together. So essentially, the commentator is explaining that Canada's Liberal Party is more centrist and not left-leaning, like many foreigners, especially Americans, they'll believe. And they also believe that the Conservatives will be splitting between the far right and the progressives. So those are like the more centrist rights. So it's really pretty wild stuff. Danielle Smith herself took to the media to defend her statements on the Breitbart podcast, saying,
"But I'm on Team Alberta, and I know that Team Alberta means doing everything we possibly can to support our energy industry."
Yeah, so Team Alberta, I think she meant to say Team Canada, right? Because we are Canada. Anyways, I'll let you be the judge of it. Here's a snippet of her interview on the Breitbart podcast. I can't talk tonight.
Pierre Poilievre is the name of the Conservative Party leader, and he was miles ahead of Justin Trudeau. But because of the what we see as unjust and unfair tariffs, it's actually caused an increase in the support for the Liberals. And so that's what I fear, is that the longer this dispute goes on, politicians posture, and it seems to be benefiting the Liberals right now. So I would hope that we could put things on pause. This is what I've told administration officials. Let's just put things on pause so we can get through an election. Let's have the best person at the table make the argument for how they would deal with it. And I think that's Pierre Poilievre. And I do agree with you that if we do have Pierre as our prime minister, then I think that there's a number of things that we could do together. Pierre believes in development. He believes in low-cost energy. He believes that we need to have low taxes. Doesn't believe in any of the woke stuff that we've seen taking over our politics for the last 5 years. So I would think that there's probably still always going to be areas that are skirmishes or disputes about particular industries when it comes to the border. But I would say, on balance, the perspective that Pierre would bring would be very much in sync with, I think, where the new direction in America.
Yeah, so it sounds like the commenter was 100% correct. She is saying Pierre Poilievre is more aligned with Donald J. Trump and his policies, and I'm sure that we can all agree that it doesn't get more far-right than the MAGA DJT. So I do agree with this commenter. Sounds like Pierre Poilievre is perhaps too far-right, especially for a country like Canada. Like, he's definitely too extreme. When he starts saying things like woke and whatnot, that's how you know that he's too extreme for a country like Canada. I do appreciate the insights from the commenter. However, all this division of left, right, center, at the end of the day, most people are just trying to survive. So we're talking higher taxes, insane cost of living, job insecurity, and that's really where my focus stays. I respect different views, of course, but if leadership doesn't help the people live a better life, then all of that is just noise. All these left, right, center, mid-center, mid-right, it's just all noise, in my opinion. If you've got a different take, I'm always happy and open to hearing it. So just drop it down in the comments below. And if you think I should do more of these deeper dives, also just let me know. I really do appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace.